Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? Welcome back to episode 320 of the Steel Factory podcast, live from the North Oakland studios here in Pittsburgh, joined by my co-host Junior. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. Last night was a fucking crazy game, dude.
Yeah, Thursday night. Probably one of the the Ravens honestly won pretty easily, but it kind of just left a lasting effect on the rest of the AFC North this season.
Yeah,
Mark
it's kind of
Andrews
funny.
out, right? Go.
Yeah, like the game went pretty much, or the outcome was basically as expected, but just like everything that happened within it, like it just has a bunch of ripple effects. You know, Mark Andrews out for the season. That's huge for the Ravens offense. We're not sitting here being like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, like Ravens are worse now, but like, I mean, it's what it is. Like the Ravens are a worse team now without Mark Andrews because he's a great player. And the AFC North is a pretty tight race right now, and if we can make a real, you
We
know,
can make a push, which
yeah,
I thought we had a pretty good shot at the North, probably more so than other people thought, of course, because I'm the biggest homer here. But um, yeah, we win this week. And we're only a half game behind the Ravens still, and they haven't had their bye week, which is why. But also since the last episode too, this kind of feels like old news now because of what happened last night. Deshaun's out for the year. Um,
yeah,
that happened the day after we recorded our episode 319, which is basically just a recap of the Packers game. Deshaun's out for the year. We're gonna get Dorian Thompson Robinson DTR, who
the
I don't know,
rookie hasn't looked
rookie.
good.
Talked a lot of shit about USC. Some of us, USC fans. He played at UCLA, and then obviously me, a Pitt student who saw them lay the smackdown on him. I think he had like fucking 3 picks in the Sun Bowl last year. He's not a good quarterback. He's athletic. I think they're saying in the short pass game he's pretty solid, but I don't think you're expecting a lot out of him. I did think it was interesting that they went to him instead of PJ Walker. I guess maybe they think the ceiling's higher, right?
Yeah, I think also it's just like PJ Walker is probably just a known commodity. You might as well see what you got with DTR in a spot where um like you just like there's just situations sometimes where young quarterbacks get to play and where teams feel fine kind of punting on the season, right? Like look at the Giants right now.
Yeah.
Like they're just letting that, what's his name, Dante or something.
I couldn't tell you, buddy.
It's like some like super Italian guy, right? That's playing for the Giants right now, and he's quarterback, and he's gonna be quarterback the rest of the year with Daniel Jones out. And it's just like random situations that come up in the NFL sometimes where guys that you know in any other situation would never see the field are just gonna get a bunch of playing time. And I think this might be another one of those where the Browns just want to see what they got with DTR. Um,
Here's the thing
and
too. DTR is also a 24-year-old rookie like KP was last year, right?
mhm.
Um, and this goes out to all the people that will say that Kenny only put up big numbers because he was a 23-year-old senior at Pitt. Look at DTR's fucking super senior season at UCLA. And this is just me being the Kenny defender that I am. He had 27 passing touchdowns to 10 picks. That's his fifth year senior fucking stats. Yeah, he had 12 rushing touchdowns. Whatever. Kenny had like 47 passing touchdowns to 7 picks. Not every fifth year senior goes out like Kenny did. Let's be real here. Also, too, another thing, not every fifth year senior is going to go out like Joe Burrow did. Kenny didn't even either. DTR is not that good, guys. If the Steelers lose this game, I'm not going to say anything actually, but yeah, we're supposed to win this game. Um, and things are looking good for us. Are you cautiously optimistic, or are you ready to backdoor this AFC North?
Look, I mean, I think I'm cautiously optimistic because look, if we lose to a fifth round rookie quarterback in their first NFL start,
I think it's
um,
second though, right? Because Deshaun's missed a couple games here and there.
Well, no, I think he came into a game when Deshaun got hurt, but he
Oh,
didn't
okay.
start. I think
Okay.
this might be. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is his first NFL start. If we lose to DTR, that has a lot of really bad implications, and some of them might be unfair because you could argue like, oh, the Browns' defense is elite and it is really good, but this is a spot where we should really be winning this game, just like just like next week. It's a spot where we should
If we
really
do
be.
see Jake Browning, right? We don't know how long. Did we even mention that Burrow? What's up with that? Because they said that going into the game he had a brace on his
Yeah, yeah,
wrist,
yeah.
and they
Yeah,
had nothing on the injury report.
yeah, that's fucked up. And now they're getting investigated. The Bengals, there's like some random video on Twitter, like super grainy, but you can like clearly see that there's like this sort of brace on Burrow's throwing wrist, throwing hand, and there was nothing on the injury report regarding it. And the Bengals are basically saying like, well, that wasn't. Well, we didn't know of any injury going into the game, and then no one just hurts their hand like that randomly, like that. He didn't like hit anything. It wasn't like it wasn't like
Twitter
he
said
smacked into a
that
helmet.
Twitter said it looked like Ben's like forearm injury, remember, or whatever it was, his elbow, like the way he just threw it, just randomly, just looked like, oh shit, like almost like he pulled something, but really it was just like nerves just completely detaching apart or some shit.
Yeah,
However,
some
Ben's elbow got fucked up.
some people were like getting some like lip readings off the sideline, and someone saying like, and it looked kind of convincing. They're saying like it looks like he's saying something popped, or I felt something pop, right? So that sounds like some sort of ligament kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know, but some other guy on Twitter, made a video saying like, "Oh, this could be this," and chances are he misses at least a couple of games. It's not too serious. So even if it's not serious, odds are we still play Jake Browning
They do got
in 2 weeks.
the 10-day window between games. Um, you don't know what's going on inside the Bengals room right now too. Are they? Because they're 5-5, and what are they, like 0-3, 0-4 in AFC North games?
Yeah, they're not having a good time, dude. I
Is it
don't.
0-4 or 0-3? Because that's a huge difference.
I think
Standings. Hold up, bring out the standings. They are. Well, it doesn't show AFC North record. That's fucked up. So lost to the Browns, lost to the Ravens already once. They're 0-3, and they got swept by the Ravens already. Shit. And the Browns usually always have their number, right? We usually
yeah,
will
the
split
Browns
with them.
the Browns playing pretty good.
But we'll see.
We've
We'll
been
see.
getting wrecked lately.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, not to look past the Browns, but next week should also be really, really interesting as well. Um, but yeah, everyone's saying now you look at it, you were 6-3. We're going into Ohio, 2 games in Ohio against backup quarterbacks. You kind of like the Steelers' chances.
Yeah.
Um, let's go take the North. I know the Ravens. We brought it up last week. They have a really, really difficult schedule to end the year. So if we could just stay around, this one game, um, reach of them, we'll be
Dude,
sitting all
also,
right. What's
I
up?
mean, Lamar also got banged up yesterday
Oh
too.
yeah, what was up with that? He didn't even finish the first half, but he came back at halftime, or what?
Yeah, he got tackled kind of weird on the sideline.
It looked kind of ugly.
Uh, yeah, it looked like he messed up his ankle kind of bad. And then you saw it in the second half a little bit too. Like he was trying to scramble, and it seemed like he just tripped over himself because of like like maybe he didn't trust the ankle at all, or maybe it hurt too much. But it looked like he just tripped over himself in an awkward way. So you could definitely tell it was bothering him. But obviously, it's not so bad
The
that he can't
backup
play
never
through
went
it.
in actually. Huh. No, Lamar never really came off. He probably just went to the tent. I think I saw that.
Yeah, he went to the tent, and then I think he went into and then he just came back the next series. But it definitely looked like it was bothering him. But I mean, they do have 10 days of rest between their next game and now.
They still have their bye week too.
Yeah, so I'm not saying like Lamar's done, but he's banged up. If he can't scramble, that's a
That's the
big
whole
element of
game.
his
Yeah.
game
Mm-hmm.
gone. So the Ravens are looking a little beat up. No Mark Andrews. Lamar's a little beat up. Aside from that, none of their receivers look all that great. It's really been Lamar doing his thing. Their run game is still, fucking great. And then the Bengals, Joe Burrow's gonna be out. T. Higgins has been out. There's no real timetable on that. And and then Deshaun's out for the rest of the year. So it's like, okay, we've somehow managed to stumble into being the healthiest team in this division. Even though we've had some big setbacks like Cam and Muth, but I
Cam,
mean, none of
Muth, Minka,
Minka.
Deontay. We haven't been unlucky as well, but are we the team getting healthy at the right time? That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
KP, I'll say he's been injured the last couple weeks. He had the knee too. I'm sure that bothered him in that Ravens game the week after. The ribs definitely bothered him in that Titans game. They probably fought a little bit better in the Packers game, but the game plan was to just fucking run the ball. Yeah, dude, we'll see. We'll see. I'm getting really excited now. We're getting, not just because things are looking good for us, but we're getting to the thick of the season when you need your guys to be healthy, and yeah, our schedule is all right. We do have a lot of division games coming up, especially right now. But yeah, that's some good AFC North talk. A lot of news. I'm ready to dive into some player props. Finally able to do a video, an episode on a Friday when they're out for the game. I know you have them, right?
yeah. Let me pull up the Steelers. Here we go. Let's see. Over under on Kenny Pickett passing yards, 180 or 179.5.
Um, I'm gonna go over just because I think Tomlin usually will hint in the press conference the week of that like what like the plan's gonna be, or who's he looking to step up, who he's looking for to step up, and he kind of did hint at Kenny about that. He's like, we're gonna need him to step up down the stretch here. And I do think the Browns are really gonna try to minimize our running game. And also 180 is not a lot, dude. Even for
Yeah,
Kenny, I'd
it's
say,
not.
right? I'm
We
sure the
also have
last two
Muth
games
coming
have
back.
definitely, yeah. The last two games definitely brought that number down, or I guess his average down, right? Isn't that what they usually just go off of?
I'm not sure. I could see it going over, especially if they really go all in on stopping the run and making Kenny beat us or making Kenny beat them. I could see them, forcing a lot of yards.
Yeah.
What else are you interested in? Rushing
Uh,
yards.
yeah. Yeah. For both sides, honestly.
All right, let's see. Jalen Warren over 36.5. Over
That
under
is
36.5.
that is low coming off of his first 100-yard game. I guess it is the Browns though, huh? They really shut down the run. I'll tell you
Yeah,
what. Wait, let me hear Najee's first because I'm gonna pick. One of them's gonna go over. One of them's gonna go under.
41.5. Najee.
I'm going at Najee over, Jalen Warren under. I
Okay.
think I think Najee kind of steps up this game. Um, just because I feel like he might be the better back to play against the Browns defense, right? A little bit more of a bruiser. Um, I think Jalen Warren's still gonna get his. Not gonna lie, like he'll have it like a 10 yard gain here and there. But I feel like I guess on the road too, I feel like Tomlin's gonna want to give the ball to Najee more.
I could see the under on Warren rushing yards, but on receiving yards, I could definitely see Warren's over.
That's a
I
really
think
good point, actually. Yeah, we're still gonna
I
sling
think
it to him in the
he's
flat.
yeah, he's so much more of a problem like on the flat, and then Kenny seems to be like loving that check down lately too.
Oh yeah, he'll
Uh,
give up touchdowns for that check.
like his over under for yeah. He's like, fuck the TD. Give me
Fuck that. Give me the 3 yard fucking first down.
Oh my god.
um,
One that's gonna be interesting. Okay, George Pickens over under 36.
he got over that last week actually, after the -1, -1 yard game. Oh, this is interesting. Browns are hosting Joe Flacco for a workout. Holy shit, that'd be interesting.
Oh damn, they're fucking desperate.
But I could see GP going over just because like I said, I see KP slinging the ball a little bit more. Gonna attempt more than 23 passes, I'd say this game, for sure. Um, yeah, look for them to try to get GP out early. I think that'll probably be the game plan. They're gonna open up with a little bit more passing. I think Denzel Ward is a little knocked up, right? Pretty sure he was on the
Denzel
injury report.
Ward?
Yeah, he was on the injury report
Uh,
this week.
I don't know.
Yeah, fool. What about DJ? Hey,
Uh, over under for DJ is 46.5.
I go under.
Really?
It's a little too much. I
I
don't.
think I
One
think
of one of them isn't gonna go. Both of them aren't gonna go over. Only one of them. And
that's a
Pickens isn't. Oh
problem.
wait, isn't Pickens only 36?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said over. Fuck. Yeah, it's a little high. Especially if I can see like GP having not a monster game, but probably getting around like 70. I feel like he'd be the guy to kind of get the bulk in this game. Actually, too, Deontay didn't play the last time we played the Browns, so
I think Deontay's actually gonna have a better game. I think he's gonna be good. I think Pickett's gonna be throwing it to him a lot on quick routes. I think the Browns Pickett's gonna be looking to get it out really quick, and
and
that
that's
either
that's
means
Deontay's game.
yeah, yeah, that's all Deontay. We don't really throw anything out like that. Usually, whatever goes back shoulder to Pickens is a little bit of a longer developing play, and we don't really get those till the second half, or like deep in the second half most of the
When we're
time.
down, huh?
Yeah, it's literally just in the fourth quarter for one drive we start using our best play.
Deontay had one catch last week for 17 yards. Honestly, I'm gonna change my mind. I think we're gonna go over just because I really feel like we're just gonna try to flip the game plan from last week. And also too, I don't think we're gonna really care about trying to keep the Browns offense off the field like we really were trying to with just the last couple games. Or rather keep our defense off the field by running the ball and possessing the clock. Like we're not gonna really fear the Browns offense. So yeah.
I could see that. I'm also worried like if we have Kenny throwing it a bunch, like I'm scared of these. I'm scared he's gonna throw like a pick six or something. I don't know how much I trust him not to turn it over. I know he hasn't turned it over in like 5 or 6 games or whatever,
Are you
but
saying
a
he's
lot of
due?
that might just be. I'm saying he's due. I'm saying there's a lot of game script going into that 5 or 6 games where it's just like they're not even like giving him the keys. He's a total passenger to the run game, you know.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown a pick in 5 games since since the Texans game, and that was like in the first drive, wasn't it? Um,
Yeah. So
then
I'm
again,
I'm,
too,
I'm feeling
even
like he's due.
when it came down to it, down the stretch last year when we went on like that 7-2 run, I don't think I think he only threw like one pick in the last 6 games too. So this isn't something that's unusual of him. Like he did this last year when he go on a little run, not throwing picks. And again, too, this game plan that's been kind of working, this little run game, um, intermediate passing, was kind of really similar to what got us going last year, and basically how we won games is like last year.
Yeah,
Do we have
I
what's
I,
up?
th- I was gonna say I think it's gonna be. I think we're gonna have a really similar game to last week. I don't know if we're gonna flip the game script. I don't know if Kenny's gonna go all, I don't know if we're gonna give the keys to Kenny and tell him to go over on that 180 or make it a big deal about going over. I think it's gonna be a lot of really heavy formations with Darnell Washington and Najee or Warren and BJ and them running it. I think dude. I think every time Miles Garrett is off the field, we're gonna run something fucking heavy, and we're gonna point it right that way.
Yeah, I could see that. I can see that. What game was it where we just completely ran the opposite side? Was it Aaron Donald when we played the Rams? They just ran
Yeah,
everything at the other side of the fucking line. Um, yeah. Let me hear or who's gonna be the Browns running back? Who is it? It's not Kareem Hunt, right? They brought him
It's
back, but he's not
Jerome
like
Ford.
Jerome Ford. He had a nice run against us after what's his name went down, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, he did.
It's still gonna work. I
His
did hear.
over-under.
What's up? Oh yeah.
I was gonna say his over/under is like 50 yards,
Oh okay. So
49 and a half.
probably go over. Their line is still good. I think they're gonna be starting 2 backup tackles. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Look for another big game for TJ and Alex, especially with being down 2 middle linebackers. We're gonna really need them to kind of like set the edge, right? So we'll see how that goes. Mark Robinson needs to step up. I'm assuming he's gonna be like the starter, right? Fuck.
Yeah, we used to have so much depth there, and now it's just fucking gone,
yeah,
man.
when
It's
you
sad.
lose
It's sad.
basically 2 starters, right? We had like a 3-man rotation, so you could say we had 3 starters. We lost 2 starters. But how about how Devin Bush got benched for Mark Robinson at the end of last year?
I mean, Devin Bush is a disappointment to say, you know, to keep it quick.
Yeah, Mark Robinson is kind of like a guy that's like, okay, he's super raw. And also too, I think what Tomlin's reason was Mark Robinson's game was more suited for AFC North ball. So I'm kind of optimistic about that. Let's see what happens. Hard hitting guy. Any other props? That's really it, right?
Yeah.
Who's your anytime touchdown for this game?
My anytime touchdown, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna Steelers defense. Anytime touchdown.
What? What's that plus?
Let's see. That is at let me find it. Fuck. Oh, they don't have it. Oh wait, they're right. No, I can't find it.
Fuck. That shit's funny. No, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised playing a rookie quarterback that can't really throw the ball downfield or deep downfield. Just never really had a good history doing it in college.
I think we
yeah,
got like a pick 6, man. I'm feeling it.
You gonna throw at a guy?
Ooh, okay. Let me see. What am I cooking up? Patrick Peterson pick 6. I'm feeling
Patrick Peterson pick 6. He had the deflection last week that led to the Keanu Neal interception. An
Actually,
easy one would always be Minka, but Minka's out this game. Or he's
Joey Porter
50-50.
Jr.
I
right there,
wouldn't.
too.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think. I think DTR probably doesn't really care to not throw his way. You know what I mean? Like how
Mhm.
other quarterbacks have been. Yeah, Minka's always a guy that you'd say, oh yeah, if someone's gonna have a pick 6, it's gonna be Minka. I guess I have to pick someone on the offense, right? See, I was gonna say Najee, but that'd be like 3 touchdowns in a row or 3 games of a touchdown in a row, and then it'd be like 4 out of the last 5 as well because he had one in that Rams game. So I'm gonna go Connor Hayward touchdown for this game, just
Okay.
randomly. Just maybe we try to use the middle of the field this game, and he kind of gets something.
Spice things up.
Yeah. Maybe something like how he scored against the Falcons that last year, something like that in the back of the end zone. But yeah, I guess that'll lead us into our score predictions for this game. I think the fucking spread just completely shifted this week right after the Deshaun news.
Yeah. Right now.
Because it was like Browns minus 4.5 at one point, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Browns minus 4.5 on Sunday. And then right now, Friday morning, it's Pitt plus 1.5, which I think is still like crazy good. I'm gonna put more money on it right now, actually, as we speak.
Okay, so what? Browns minus 1.5 then? Over under, I'm assuming is less than 40. What is it?
33.
What? Why
Yeah.
does it drop even more every week? So all right. Browns minus 1.5. Don't know how that is. Over under 33. Week 11, right? Steelers at Browns. How we feeling? Sunday 1 o'clock game.
I don't understand how we're not favored yet. I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy that we're not favored yet. Like seriously, it's ridiculous. Maybe they're giving the Browns defense a ton of credit. I've on a lot of places that I like go to for like for discussing like the spread of every week. Every game every week. A lot of guys say they're feeling after the Deshaun news, they're feeling Steelers at -3 even. You know, like
On the
Deshaun.
road too. Shit.
Yeah, you would think Deshaun's worth a touchdown, not just a field goal, right? Like it's like you would think so. You would think your starting quarterback's worth a touchdown, but
Yeah.
apparently not. So, I mean, I feel really good about Steelers plus 1.5. I feel really good about Steelers money line, dude. It's crazy to me that the Browns were favored.
Let's hear them score predictions now. How we feeling?
Over under of 32.5. I'm seeing right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say. I'm gonna say under 16 to 13.
16 to
Steelers.
13. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same too. I got the Steelers 20 to 10. All right. Hopefully all range true. Going into the Thanksgiving break. Would love to be 7-3. Would love to still be half game behind the Ravens in the AFC North and have a really good chokehold on that second spot with the Bengals dropping and hopefully the Browns dropping. But yeah, man. Just letting you guys know, no episode next week. I'll be back in California for the Thanksgiving break as well. So we will not have a Browns recap nor a Bengals preview. For sure a Bengals recap. Maybe the Sunday, maybe the night after the game. Depending on how everything goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Any closing thoughts, bud?
I mean, these should be business weeks, man. Like we got to take care of business these next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Two backup quarterbacks. Like this needs to be not. I'm not saying we need to go in there and dominate. I'm saying we need to take care of business. We need to get 2 wins. They don't got to be pretty, but we just need to, make sure we're rock solid in that playoff race.
yeah. Let's get out of Ohio, 8-3, coming back home for 2 straight games against the Cardinals and the Patriots. Oh my God.
I think we can split those.
Split?
I think Cardinal. I'm scared of Kyler, bud.
We'll see. We'll see how he looks these next couple weeks. But I had another thought. I had something I wanted to say. But it slipped my mind. All right, yeah. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm giving myself like 10 more seconds to remember what I wanted to say, but it's not coming. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go Steelers. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a rating on Spotify or the Apple Music, however you guys are tuning in. Closing in on 600 subs should be awesome. But yeah, thank you guys. Peace out. Go Steelers.